Welcome to Chamber Chats, a weekly series by the West Monroe West Washita Chamber of Commerce highlighting our valued members. As always, find out more about the Chamber and our members online at westmonroechamber.org. And now, this week's episode of West Monroe West Washita Chamber Chats.
Welcome to this episode of Chamber Chats, filmed live here at Delta Community College. We're so excited to have our friends from the Children's Coalition here. Kristie and Brittany, thank you for coming. So, Brittany, you just got a different job, and now you're at Children's Coalition. How exciting.
It is. It has been very exciting. I've been there for about I think today is 3 weeks.
Okay.
And it has just been phenomenally overwhelming with joy and opportunity. We do so many great things.
Sure.
But my main focus right now is our new fundraiser we have coming up.
So tell us about your new role at the Children's Coalition.
So I'm the new development director for the Children's Coalition for Northeast Louisiana. And so what we are doing is committing to creating communities where children and families can thrive. And so we already have a lot of great programs that are in place to help us do that. And then going forward, I get to come up with some new ideas and new events and ways to just help everybody know who we are and what we do and how we benefit our community.
Now, Kristie, there's been a lot of changes at the Children's Coalition, so you're still relatively new. How long have you been executive director?
I will have been a year on September 16th.
A whirlwind year.
A whirlwind, but very exciting. I'm thrilled. There's a lot of great programs, and we're excited to debut our Family Garden as well as one of our key programs.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit more about how the garden plays into your mission of education and enrichment for young people?
So our Family Garden has been open for a while, and it's an opportunity for young people and community members across Northeast Louisiana to come and do certain programs like Little Gardeners, outdoor classrooms. They get an opportunity to plant fresh fruits and vegetables, but also pick them, which is super exciting.
Yeah. Well, you know, in the olden days, I volunteered when the garden was starting, and it was amazing to me how many young people were disconnected from where an apple comes from.
Right.
You know, they had maybe seen it in a grocery store, but not actually seen that there was a whole life cycle to that apple or strawberry or carrot.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's why it's so important to us, because research has shown that disconnect when children don't know where their fruits and vegetables are coming from, they're less likely to consume fresh fruits and vegetables. So this is an opportunity to really bridge that gap, but also we're very aware of food insecurity that exists as well.
Sure, sure. Now you mentioned just casually just a minute ago that you serve the region. Tell us that region, because it's an enormous footprint.
Yes, we serve all of Northeast Louisiana, which consists of 12 parishes.
Wow.
So we actually have some satellite offices, but we also welcome people to come to our main office on Hall Street.
Yeah, it's a beautiful location with a beautiful garden, lovely murals. It's an inviting place that y'all have created.
Thank
So,
you.
Brittany, y'all have an event coming up though.
We do. We actually have 2 events happening on the same day,
Oh, wow.
Saturday,
Okay.
September 16th. That morning will be Super Saturday in the garden, where we invite families and children to come out and experience the garden for themselves. We'll have lots of activities going on. We're going to be celebrating.
And Super Saturday is monthly, right? Is that correct?
Every other month.
Every other month. Okay.
So we'll have one for September and one in November
Got
for
it.
the rest of this year. You mentioned apples. It kind of made me giggle because we're actually celebrating Johnny Appleseed's birthday.
Okay, there we go.
September 16th. Johnny Appleseed.
It's almost like we planned it.
It's almost like we didn't. But we have a lot of great things going on. The food bank's going to be out there kicking off their September soup drive. LSU Ag will be doing an art project. VCOM will be there, of course. And
Wow, a lot of community partners.
We even have a little Johnny Appleseed
There we
special
go.
guest. And then later that evening, we will have Harvest Under the Stars, which is our inaugural fundraiser to support growth and awareness of our family garden at the Children's Coalition.
So tell us a little more about the event itself.
So that's going to be really exciting. You do not want to miss it. It's a farm-to-table inspired event. It's going to kick off from 5 to 6:30 with our patrons party. Josh Love will be playing live music. We have complimentary beverages from Abita Brewing Company and Lula Restaurant Distillery.
Yeah.
As well as hors d'oeuvres. And then at 6:30 to 10 will be our garden party, where the Cal Presley Band will be playing, and then we will have cuisine provided by the regional chefs. We'll have desserts, a grazing table. It's just a fun night for all. And this is just a great way to come experience the garden for yourself,
Sure.
see exactly what it is that we are offering and growing for our community.
And so tell us the breadth of services and the mission of the Children's Coalition.
The Children's Coalition has been around for over 20 years.
Wow.
And we're an organization committed to addressing the social, emotional, and developmental needs of children from birth to 18 years old. And we do this through 4 key pillars. So parenting, early childhood, youth development, and healthy living. And the garden is one of those things that fall underneath
Wow.
our healthy living division.
So and so that's a huge range of ages, but also you serve an enormous geography too. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely. We serve all 12 parishes in Northeast Louisiana. And in some of these parishes, we actually have a satellite location.
Wow. And so if you could, just encapsulate in one sentence maybe a misconception or the take-home message about what the Children's Coalition is all about, what would that be?
Well, Christopher, earlier you mentioned that the breadth and depth of the Children's Coalition, and I think that that's a major misconception.
Sure.
People don't understand the wide range that we actually address. So we're extremely lucky and fortunate to have Brittany on board as our development director to increase awareness about the wonderful services across all 12 parishes.
So how can people get involved with the organization? How can they get involved with your Harvest Under the Stars event?
Well, with Harvest Under the Stars, we are seeking volunteers. Of course, you can purchase a ticket, and we're still even taking sponsorship if it's something that you would like to do. Or you can just make a donation if it's in your heart to just help out with the garden. You can visit our website, childrenscoalition.org, and all of that's right there on our homepage for you to do. And then if you want to volunteer for Super Saturday in the Garden or any of our other events, you can just go up to our contact tab and volunteer through there.
Thanks, guys, for joining us on this episode of Chamber Chats. If you want more information about the Children's Coalition or any of our members, go to westmonternechamber.org. And please join us on the next episode of Chamber Chats, filmed live here at Louisiana Delta Community College.